Well, Kaden, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Casablanca? No? Come on, man, it's one of the classics. Sorry, we'll work on it.
Okay. Nice to meet you too.
This film is about two strangers who become friends, grow apart, and eventually end up finding their way back to each other. I think a lot of us can see ourselves in one of our two main protagonists, and that's exactly why I wanted to tell this story, because I think it is very relatable and something a lot of us have gone through. Welcome to the behind the scenes and what it took to turn Fireproof love into a reality. Looking all the way back to the pre-production, I remember really just a fire igniting in me and feeling this urge to just write. And from that came the script for Fireproof Love. Hey, what's up guys? So right now I am working on the script and shot list for the Fireproof Love project. So right now I have worked up to, as you can see here, I've got the beach scene and the opening scene where Caden meets Dolan. And I would say that the pre-production of this project was a little strange for me because before I even wrote the script, I kind of just had these images of a scene playing out in my head, which I just started drawing it out. And then after I was done with the script, I had officially done a storyboard. I was so passionate about this. Right after I finished the script, I wanted to move into production immediately. And I wanted to shoot it over the summer with what little equipment I had. I didn't care, I just wanted to get it shot. Hey, what's up guys? Today is the 28th. And today is gonna be the first official day of shooting. Now is the time. I just left my room. I've got my bags unpacked. Frankie and Andre, who I just met yesterday, are downstairs waiting, and I've got the firewood, got the bag. Hopefully I don't get arrested for arson. Yeah, everything's going great. I think that rush to get it shot was an oversight on my part, and it led to a lot of mistakes being made, and we actually didn't get to finish production during that summer. Okay, so we are out at Pebble Beach, and we actually started to film, and then the camera died, and then my SD card didn't work, and basically there's a fuck ton of people here, and it's like, do we want to get her
down? You're letting them down.
I look.
You'll hate you. Honestly.
Guys, we're shooting now. I think we're gonna hold off on shooting this until at least Saturday or Sunday.
Definitely.
And then we're gonna see what we think. We thought that we were all gonna return to production for that summer, but this project had to be pushed back a lot farther than we thought. Enrolling in Sight and Sound filmmaking was basically giving myself a second shot at getting this film through production. I had decided that I wanted this film to be my Sight and Sound final. Because we chose to shoot this film in reverse chronological order, we shot the beach scene at Coney Island first.
Oh, what? You're gonna leave again? Go ghost like you always do?
So that's what this is about.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, you don't get to fucking minimize this shit. What about me, huh? I was your friend, and then you just... You just fucking cut me out as soon as you met her.
Fuck, man. All right. I'm sorry. I don't know what else you want me to do.
I think that when we look at some of this footage, it's very evident that the combined abilities of our crew and the actors having a lot more time to really dive into the script and the characters, I can say that I was genuinely really happy with how the scene turned out.
Oh!
I think it's on this playlist.
Jamie,
Oh,
how do you feel
yeah.
right now after filming those scenes?
I feel fucking good. We got this one nice tear shot. Looking nice. Real nice. We cultivated an ardor right out here. Doing our jumping jacks. Getting our bodies in it. Fuck is this talking about?
How do you feel after those scenes?
I think Jamie's a fucking psychopath. But wait, for the actual reel, I'm having a great time. I love making fires. And yeah, it's been lovely.
And the camera's running after him.
Yeah, that's why, like, in that edit, it's so fire.
No, you're right. I'm not serious, because nothing's ever fucking serious with you. What about me, man?
Oh, Ethan, Alex, give me a day one briefing.
Day one recap, post game interview. So we just beat the wind and the cold, 2-1 and a 2-1 victory. Didn't have to go to OT. Give us your thoughts. How about your performance off of the game?
That might be interview. Performance-wise, I'd have to say big ups to everyone for pushing through. We got cold by the end there, but
It was looking close there. It might have been a tie game.
it was looking close. But yeah, I have to say my mate, he got going. Really pulled through at the end there, and also underscore it's me Sean. Really.
No, it's me, Sean _.01.
Yeah, crazy fucking. Yeah.
Really, directing wise, really pulled through there. And Randy Paradise underscore.
Yeah.
Big B as we call him. He's so effortless to come. Where did that come from?
Where did that come from? We don't know. Actually,
Big P?
You don't know where that came from? No,
I don't.
Anyways, I'd say it was a really good day. Got all the shots we needed to. The way we needed to do it. And if I had to pick if you have to pick a song to describe how this day went, what would you pick?
Oh, that's a tough one. Stronger by Kanye.
Interesting.
Or Champion. Champion. So
Champion's a good take, actually.
let's rate Team Sean's performance there on the yeah, All Stars.
Al underscore All Stars. What's his team name?
Team Sean.
Team Sean. That's really.
Team, it's me it's me Sean _01.
I'll give you 10 seconds to go.
I ain't got one, bro.
10.
Nope.
Team Sean, I guess. Out of 10, easy 30. 30 out of 10. That's easy. Triple double. That's light. Yeah.
So after a great first day of production, that's when we really started to hit some roadblocks and ran into a lot of planning and schedule conflicts. Not going to be able to get the entire film shot. Looks like we're just going to get part 1 and part 3 shot, and that'll have to be a complete film. Yeah. Fortunately, I can say that I was able to at least assemble some sort of a skeleton crew, having at least one person to fill every job, if not having 1 or 2 people doing 2 jobs at once. We were able to manage to get this first scene filmed. Unfortunately, we were unable to get the entire second act of the film through production, but with time running out and pressure to submit an edit of my final, I had to move to the editing phase.
I think it was interesting because I had to find a reason to really be curious about Frankie and really like try to see if I can trust him as Caden and him as Dolan, you know, like really try, like, because my teacher today, she was like pushing against the wall and she's like, if you're doing this and you stop, then you're just gonna keep doing it over and over again. But if you keep doing this and you keep doing this for a long time, you'll start crying, you'll start laughing. And I think that's like very true. You have to really do it the entire time. So like I have to like look in his eyes and then really try to like figure out what his deal is in the scene. And that's and like otherwise it's like fake. The biggest mistake.
Diego, as the DP for day 2, what was it like?
Pretty good, guys. We had a few exterior shots, we had a few interior shots, and then we got them shot.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Having a pretty set script and a storyboard to follow, I can say that the general assembly and the order of the scenes was really easy for me to get through. We ran into some issues starting with the sound, but that's where having a good sound mixer really comes in handy.
Oh, no.
No.
Go.
Hi, I'm Manuela, and I'm doing the sound mixing. Just, I guess, mostly all the things sound related. That's funny. Right now, I'm trying to get rid of background noise and just rumble from the audio that I recorded. So this is what it sounds like without anything. This is what it sounds like with stuff. I'm trying to find like that sweet balance between clean but not too clean where it sounds like it's super processed. So yeah, that's currently where we're at. Okay, so first I started off by cutting some of the unwanted frequencies. This is just like very simple EQ layout. Some of the rumble you see here will play. This is what we're cutting out. And just some harsh frequencies that we don't want. This cuts out the background noise. I have a preset that says reduce harsh constant noise and secondary speech, which is what we want because there were people yapping. Yeah, this is with.
I'm Caden. I'm Caden.
You can just hear more of like that muddy, messy ambiance. Let's put it here.
So, it's Mr.
Right. And then we just have a compressor, which basically it just levels out the dynamics of their voices, so it stays kind of at a constant level instead of sounding like this, and it just kind of levels everything out. Right now I have it super squashed, super compressed, since there's no really like stability, so that adds some stability. And then I have a limiter, which kind of just is a harsh cutout of when the sound reaches a certain dB. So like if something is super loud, the limiter just cuts it off. So we have more balance throughout everything.
I'm Caden.
And so it doesn't peak.
Oh, sit with your fucking chest.
So it sounds a lot smoother, leveled, and just rounder. What other adjectives can I use? Yummy, sparkling. It sounds great.
Now that we were sound locked and somewhat picture locked, it was time to add some VFX to give our last scene some extra flair. So in the beach scene, we have our two characters sitting across from each other, and in the middle of them there is a stack of logs which they eventually end up lighting. Because we were unable to keep that stack of logs lit for the entirety of shooting their close-ups, we decided to only light the fire when we did the wide. Because we didn't actually have the fire lit on the close-ups, we had to edit that in post. After making it through a pre-production, one failed production, one awfully planned production, and the editing phase, the film was finally done.
Why is it such a big deal? Because I loved you too. Because I loved you too.
was again. There was that music. There was that song. But this time it was clearer. It was a song of friendship, longing, and love. Can you hear it now, Dolu?
Yeah. Actually, I do.
I would say in the end, what I really learned from all of this was you really have to take time with your art. And if it's really important to you, you're going to let it develop at its own pace. I think that I tried to cut a lot of corners and push this process along faster than it should have gone. And the film suffered in a lot of ways that could have been prevented. I think that when looking back, the best parts of this film, the ones that I had the most fun making and shooting, were the ones where I took my time and I let them develop on their own. Just as I mentioned taking time with this film, I really wanted to take time with this behind-the-scenes documentary. It's soon to be May, and I started doing recordings in June. I want to thank you guys for joining me along on this process, and I really hope you guys enjoyed my behind-the-scenes look into what it took to create Fireproof Love.